So we are back with one of our favorite authors, and she has a new book out. Now, she's a licensed marriage and family therapist and an author, and this is a very intriguing subject: daughters betrayed by their mothers, moving from brokenness to wholeness. Great to have you on again, Holli Kenley.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you for having me.
You're being rather prolific this time of year, aren't you?
I've had 2 books come out in the last year, so it's been
Wonderful.
a busy year.
Yeah, it has. Well, this is so intriguing. Daughters betrayed by their mothers. It's nonfiction, obviously. Why'd you decide to write this book?
Sandy, for 2 reasons. One is a professional reason, is that this is actually my 4th book in 8 years on betrayal, and over the years I have written so much about this topic. I'm interested in it, I feel comfortable with it, but most of my books, like Breaking Through Betrayal and Covering the Peace Within, I detail what betrayal is with a comprehensive recovery program. This time, though, I wanted the stories, I wanted the voices of daughters, because I think people connect with stories, and it shows how they broke through their betrayal with their mothers and recovered the peace within. The second reason is a personal reason. Sandy, I have a daughter, and we have a close, loving, caring, respectful relationship. Ever since she was little, I call her my P&J, and she's an adult, and that means my pride and joy.
Oh.
However, I wasn't fortunate to have that kind of relationship with my mother. And over the years, I've talked to so many sons and daughters who have not had a good experience. However, it's a sensitive topic. It's difficult, it's complex, and we don't talk about it very much.
So this makes this kind of unique, then, to bring this out in the forefront.
Yes,
in that
yes,
way.
It does. So about 5 years ago, I first started thinking about it, exploring it, writing about it, and then 3 years ago, August of 2015, I started on what I called the Daughters Project. However, with all of my books, it's about hope and it's about healing.
Good. So it's kind of uplifting in that way, and it's not just for females, it's for, you mentioned, sons as well. So daughters betrayed by their mothers, what do you mean? What do you mean by betrayal?
Betrayal is a word that I expand upon it. We typically associate it with couples, and there's a violation of trust, but it's so much more than that. So when I started the study, I expanded on that topic, and so the daughters who applied to be in it, it was not only important that they felt that they didn't get from their mothers what they needed, and therefore they didn't feel like they were enough, but they had to be able to delineate their healing journey. That was the point, that is the purpose, because Sandy, I do want to say what this book is not. This book is not about bashing or blaming mothers.
We're not going to whine in here.
No,
okay.
no, this extraordinary stories of daughters who made the decision to right themselves. They took responsibility for breaking through their betrayal, healing their wounds, and coming to a place of peace and acceptance, not only for themselves, but with their mothers.
Oh, okay. Well, and this is, I mean, it's such a big word when you're talking betrayal, betrayed, and yeah, we do think about marriage partners and more in a physical betrayal, but I'm so intrigued by it's strong language. How would you what are some ways mothers betray their children, their daughters?
I think when we think of a mother, it's a word that carries connotations of privilege and of power, if you will. We respect our mothers, we regard them, we honor them. And so these were mothers who they went against that fiduciary duty of nurturing their daughters, protecting them, keeping them safe. And I do want to put out there, Sandy, that many times the mothers, what I discovered, were suffering from different disorders, addictions, that kind of pathology. However, it doesn't minimize ever that the child, the daughter, or the son, again, doesn't get what he or she needs, and therefore what I found internalizes that as though they are not enough.
children always think everything's their fault. I mean, it's just kind of where they start. So they think that they're not worthy of love, or that it's their fault if they're not getting what they need. You know, and it's just so I mean, it's like a double trouble thing in terms of that, because they don't understand that some things are really not their fault.
Yes.
You know, so to understand that and to heal from it. So this book has steps and stories and ideas on how to heal from loss of love or loss of protection, or lack of it, I should say, in the growing up years then.
Yes.
The pearl. I'm thinking the pearl has
yes.
something to do with this.
The pearl absolutely does. There's a beautiful quote that says, "A pearl is a beautiful thing produced by an injured life." And these daughters,
Whoa.
their stories are so diverse, so different. And what I hope that people will take from this, Sandy, two things. This took me 2 years to conduct this study. And one of the things I was reminded as a parent is that who we are as parents and how we show up is really important. And even though my daughter's an adult person now, it's really important how I show up. But this other piece is so important. And that's that no matter what kind of betrayal you have experienced, this is daughters with their mothers, but they had other betrayals in their life, is that it's the nature of betrayal and its insidious nature that we want or we expect someone or something else to make it right for us. The daughters did not wait for their mothers to make it right for them. They chose to do the hard work. They chose to take responsibility for their wellness. And they didn't get bitter, they got better.
And that is so important. So we have to say we're out of time, but this Saturday, 1 to 4 at the Prescott Art Market, that's at Prescott Gateway Mall. Up there you will be having artist reception and changing of the colors.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Author author, that's hard to say.
Yeah,
Author Holli Kenley. Okay, authors, try this again. Author Holli Kenley, Daughters Betrayed by Their Mothers, and 3 other fascinating books, and you're going to be there 1 to 4 on Saturday at the
Yes.
Prescott Art Market in the Prescott Gateway Mall, talking about and signing your books. Thanks so much
Yes.
for joining us, Holli.
Thank you for having me
Wow.
again.
Well, thanks. Don't go away. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on Sandy and Friends.